Hey, what's up, guys? Wow, it's BroFlash. Welcome back. Looks like we got some international viewers right now. I got Ricardo Villard and I Awesome Zach. What's up, Kuya Brian Acabado? Oh. Looking a bit small there in the corner, I know. We haven't started yet, so... Ow, I'm so tired. Wait. Music is a little loud on my end. I'll drop it down there. I think that should be fine. We're just gonna have a relaxing show today. Miguel Rico, what's up? Water bottle flip challenge. The music is cheap. I never got that kind of call. The music is cheap. What is an expensive music to you? What's up, Koyan Arms? I have a stiff neck right now. Ooh, I have had a very what do you call that? Very physically demanding week, I guess. Physically demanding week. Lots of events recently, and some good, some mostly good, mostly good. Pero all of them are very tiring, physically tiring. So now we're just gonna relax. Ow! Oh, that stiff neck though. Oh my god. I'm gonna kick back. Hello, thanks for this very important whack. Very important whack. Hello. Look at me. I am very... Look at me in this messy room. Yep. What's up, Kuya Genji Choi? What's up, MP Simone? Very tiring week. Very tiring. Ow! 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 Aray. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big Time Show. Maaga pa. It's still 5 minutes before showtime, but I think you know what we have in store for today. Mostly, we're just gonna talk about the Nokia 8, but there's been a lot of gaming laptop discussions recently. Bro Flash, you use some OP elevators at water bottle. What? You use some OP elevators. I get it, because he said elevator music. I get it. Yeah, so mostly we're gonna talk about the Nokia 8, and if you don't know yet, the Nokia 8 was launched in the Philippines, and the price point is super duper competitive. it's gonna be... I don't know if it's gonna sell a lot of units. Totoo ba na limited lang ang stocks ng Nokia 8? We have a question here that asks if it's true that there's a rumor that the stocks of the Nokia 8 is limited. And the answer is I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where that rumor came from, where the rumor is saying that there would be limited stocks of Nokia 8, but there's no evidence to There's no evidence to say that the stocks will be limited. However, we don't know if you know how many people are gonna buy the phone, so maybe they don't really have enough. Jordan De Chavez says, magagalit si Bixby sa panyo ng launch ng Nokia 8. God damn. Do you know, Bixby is such a really bad assistant. I tried it a little bit when I borrowed a Note 8. Man, Bixby sucks. It's slow. It doesn't know anything. Google Assistant is so much better. Google Assistant is so much better. This is some interesting music. Red. So, this show is gonna be a little bit more relaxed and low key. I'm not gonna pressure myself into performing for you guys. I'm just gonna sit back and then just talk about the stuffs. I'm not gonna be like, you know, topic. R7 says Nokia 8 for the win. Pacquiao Zenfone 4. I mean, I don't. Definitely Zenfone 4 took itself out of the running because of the price point. Holy moly, that price point for the Zenfone 4, no? 28K, 29K for the standard Zenfone 4. That's crazy. And then the price point is just neck and neck with the let me just make sure that I'm gonna move my webcam over here para mas ano. Is that more center for you guys? Because I keep looking over here. Let's see. We got some comments right here. Asus 4. What is that girl? What is that icon? Massage. Asus 4 massage. Ever. No phone. It's Zenfone Go 2. Yes, my phone is Zenfone Go 2. Wow. Kuya Alex, ano tingin niyo mas okay? Nokia 8 or OnePlus 5? So, those are very good questions, you know. How do we go about this? Let's first talk about how it compares to a Zenfone 4, because that was mentioned first. I know this is not gonna bode well for the Asus brand, but we have to say something, because holy crap. Okay, so this is the standard Zenfone 4, right? The standard Zenfone 4 has a Snapdragon 626? Standard Zenfone, a Snapdragon 660. Oh my god. Okay, a Snapdragon 660. What is it? It's got two lenses on the back. 12 megapixel, and a wide angle. No, a zoomed in. What is it? The zoomed in? Where is that? So wide angle. Oh, it has a wide angle, not a zoomed in camera. That is 8 megapixels, right? And does it have optical stabilization? No, it does not. Wait, what? It doesn't have optical stabilization. Oh no! Oh no! And then the front camera has 8 megapixel. It's got a 1080p display. Di na umasense. And it's got Zen UI, which is, oh my god. A Zen UI, I admit, is better now, but it's still not out of the doghouse. Okay. I was gonna make a review of the Zenfone 4 selfie. Let's actually pull out the. Let's see if we can get the notes for the Zenfone 4 selfie here. There we go. All right. Let's see. All right, there we go. So this is the part. This is the notes that I have for the Zenfone selfie when it comes to the Zen UI. No, so this is still stuff that they haven't. So the UI still looks like it was made for kids with thick icons that doesn't allow icon transparency. So you get squircle icons still. So I don't know if I can show you that. But let's look for some app icons here, or a UI. Maybe not. So, how do I show that? Let's go like Twitter icon, right? Icon Twitter, right? So you remember what the Twitter icon looks like, right? So it looks like this one, a bird, right? But for example, on my phone, the bird has a transparent no, that's not actually that. Sorry, my bad. That's a wrong. So I was thinking about the wrong icon. What's an icon that is transparent here? Let's go to the webcam and I'll show you. So there's just one thing I complain about on the Zen UI, because this is something they actually changed. And let's get the comment box in here. No, that's not Streamlabs, no. And then the comment box is here. So this is something surprising that actually changed from the Zen UI 3 to Zen UI 4. And it's a change for the worse. But it's not that big a deal, but I don't understand why. So look at the icons right here on my phone, no? Let me drop the brightness so you can see it better. Go. Can you see that my icons have a transparency? Wait, why is my camera not focusing? Damn it. What's a good example icon here to show you icon transparency? Let's see. Let's go with what, mini info? No, messenger. Messenger maybe. All right, pay attention to this thing, right? So can you see the icons? That is the Pixay Pro right there, the Photos logo, right? The phone app, right? What else? So all of these icons have transparency, right? So look at the OneDrive icon on the middle right there. It has a transparency, so when you put it on your home screen, the transparency works, right? You can see that messenger icon right there. That's transparency. The problem with Zen-UI 4 is that messenger icon right there, that icon like there, has a bordered circle. So if this is the icon, if my face is the icon, there's a box all over my icon. Why? It's 2017. It's 2017. You can't figure out transparent icons on your UI. You already figured that out with the Zenfone 3. But on the Zenfone 4, the Zen UI 4, all the icons have no transparency and they get little boxes around them. Why? Why is there a box on all of my icons, right? It's ugly. It just looks bad. So sadly, I can't show you that, but that's the Zen UI. That's the new Zen UI. It's a very minor thing, but I don't understand why they did that. So I have problems with the Zenfone 4, other than it being pricey, right? So icon transparency, so you still get squircle icon background still, man. It's Asus's design choice, but you can see how it really clamps up the background image with big squares like on an iPhone on your home screen. So let's not talk about that, man. Though. So blah. Triguard. Is that the new version of Triggered? Anyway, so this Zenfone 4. Oh, where do I start? We're talking about a 1080p display, a Snapdragon 660, 3000 milliampere battery, whatever, pretty standard, fingerprint scanner and everything, for 29,000 pesos. 29,000 pesos. Now, the Nokia 8, on the other hand, it's unique, I guess. The Nokia 8, on the other hand, is about 1,000 pesos more, just about $20 more, 20 US dollars more. And by God, the specs is so good. Plus, it's got stock Android. Plus, it's got guaranteed Android updates. It's got guaranteed Oreo, and I think they've guaranteed Oreo within 1 month of release. And they've been very good at delivering the updates on the other Nokia phones. So 1 month from release of Oreo, Nokia 8 will have Oreo. But there's just okay. Let's read some of these things. Obviously, we've talked about the Nokia 8 before. We just didn't know if it will arrive in the Philippines and for how much. But now that it's in the Philippines, now it's being sold now, right now, in stores for 29,990 or 29,999. It's pretty much the top end, the most affordable flagship out there right now. Let's see, what is this? Is this the intro? I guess let's watch this. Pretty boring. Okay, so the Nokia 8, god dang, dude. I don't know where to start with the Nokia 8. Let's just go for the full specs, right? So, what would you normally look at in specs, right? What's the processor? It is the top of the line processor ever in 2017. We're looking at a Snapdragon 835, right? Snapdragon 835 is pretty much the same processor you would get on a Note 8 or an LG V30 or something like that, LG V6. Well, actually, LG G6 does not have Snapdragon 835 even. So this is as new as you can get, right? So what's the display? It's a Quad HD IPS 5.3 inch. So for example, the Zenfone 4 has a 1080p display only. Like, why? So 4 gigs of RAM on this version, the version that is coming to the Philippines, right? It's got, let's see, 64 gigs of storage if I'm not mistaken. It does have a micro SD card slot for people who do like upgrading their micro SD slots. It does have a 3.5mm headphone jack for people who like that kind of stuff. And I think there's a dual SIM variant. I don't know what variant the Philippines is gonna get. It's a very high-end phone with very high-end specs, and even has, okay, so the camera. What's the camera specs? Okay, can you actually see from here? All right, here we go. Okay, so there's a dual 13 megapixel camera on the back. One of them is the color sensor, one of them is the monochrome sensor. So it's a composite dual lens system, right? And it has optical image stabilization, right? Asus waiting Ryzen. Oh, somebody wants to talk about the Ryzen Asus one. And then you have a 13 megapixel front-facing camera as well. So you have 13 megapixels on the back, 13 megapixels on front. So it kind of is like a selfie phone with that 13 megapixels, right? So it's got pretty much everything you need. Plus, it's got stock Android. There's just no... I don't know how I can put into words how important stock Android is. What's up, Kuya Farmer Sanchez? I can't put into words how good, how important stock Android is. It's just the most important thing for me on a smartphone these days. If it's not stock Android, I'm generally not interested. Now, I'm sure the display size is 5.3 inches. I'm not sure if you want to watch my hands-on video, because probably already watched my hands-on video if you're watching this BTS. But let's where did I put that thing? Nokia. There it is. So let's just go straight into the hands-on, I guess, and then I'm just gonna mute it. So this design is, honestly, it's a little slightly boring. However, it does have very premium materials, right? It's manipis. It's a thin phone. It feels very solid in the hand. It's actually more solid. I'd say, like, on a solidness phone scale, I would put it on the number 8, right? It's definitely more solid than a lot of the phones, even probably the Note 8 and whatnot. So it's a very solid phone. We have a Quad HD display that is very nice looking, even in this footage, no? We have a Snapdragon 835, which is unbeatable today for performance. We have a fingerprint scanner in front. We have light up navigation buttons on the bottom. And then look at that stock Android UI. That is the deal breaker here. So honestly, this at this price point, at this from where I'm coming from, this looks like a Pixel XL. Let's compare the specs, right? So let's go to GSM Arena, right? And Pixel XL, right? So here's the Pixel XL. Not the Pixel XL2, that hasn't been launched yet. Let's compare the Pixel XL, which costs 45,000 pesos with the Nokia 8. Right? So let's look at the Pixel XL. The Pixel XL has a Snapdragon 821 processor from last year. The Nokia 8 has a Snapdragon 835. The Pixel XL has an Android 7.1 Nougat upgradable to Android Oreo, same as on the Nokia 8. Pixel XL has a Quad HD 2560 by 1440 AMOLED display. The Nokia 8 has 2560 by 1440 5.3-inch IPS display. So when it comes to performance, we have a better processor on the Nokia 8. We have the same resolution, slightly smaller display. We have 4 gigs of RAM, 64 storage, same as the Pixel XL, right? The camera has 13 megapixel optical image stabilization on the Nokia 8, while the Pixel XL has 12-ish megapixels and electronic stabilization. Now, of course, it's not always about megapixels and stabilization, but I'm willing to bet the dual 13 megapixel cameras on the Nokia 8, and including the Carl Zeiss lens that they licensed now, that Nokia has licensed again from Carl Zeiss, will make this camera a great camera on a phone. And then we have a 13 megapixel selfie, which has more megapixels than the 8 megapixel of the Pixel XL. Keep in mind, the Pixel XL still retails for about 45,000 pesos, about $700 US, comparing to a phone that is, the Nokia 8 is, wait, not 700. How much is the Pixel XL is equivalent to about $900 US in the Philippines, and the Nokia 8 is equivalent to about $600 US in the Philippines. So a big difference in price. But the specs, I would say the Nokia 8 wins on the spec sheets here. I guess the only thing here is the waterproofing, right? But I don't think it's fully waterproof. It's not fully waterproof, the iPixel XL. So the Nokia 8 is basically a better Pixel XL for cheaper. The Nokia 8 is basically a cheaper Pixel XL, but better. That's how it's. Balik na lang tayo sa era ng Zenfone 2. That time excited pa lahat ng Zenfone. Ngayon basura na lang. It's a little sad, yeah. The Zenphones have, gone down in terms of quality. Max says, I'm not a big fan of Nokia, pero ng Android sila medyo mapapansin sila ngayon. I'm still enjoying my Samsung S8 Plus. Mark Karandang, how did they make this device? What kind of materials did they use? How can they have Snapdragon 835? How did they push 30K to be this good? So many questions, I know. So it's super promising how competitive the specs is on the Nokia 8. Like I said, it is very competitive to the Pixel XL. Now let's compare it to the OnePlus 5. OnePlus 5. There we go. So this is the touted flagship killer of the OnePlus series, and it can be considered a flagship killer, but when it comes to, you know, some certain specifications, I think the Nokia 8 still wins. Now keep in mind the OnePlus 5 runs on a custom UI, but it's very close to stock and very customizable. But still, it is still custom UI, right? Wait, what's going on with my background here? Oh, that's why. I had some weird coloring on my windows. Okay. Nokia 8 is pure stock Android. OnePlus 5 is Oxygen OS stock-ish Android. When it comes to updates, Nokia 8 is faster because OnePlus still has to develop their own ROM. OnePlus is relatively fast with updates, but not as fast as Nokia 8. If I were given a choice between Oxygen OS and relatively fast updates versus pure Android vanilla with much faster updates, I would prefer the pure vanilla version of Android. But it's a small difference, and honestly, it's not going to be the deal breaker for me. The deal breaker for me is the display, right? OnePlus 5 still has a 1080p display. I know 1080p is more than enough for phones, but I like my very high resolution displays, right? So that's my deal breaker. I need that Quad HD display. So Nokia 8 has a Quad HD display. Their processor is both Snapdragon 835. Now the OnePlus 5 has no micro SD card slot. The Pixel XL has no micro SD card slot, but however, you do get 6 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage on the OnePlus 5. And then you have 16 megapixel non-optically stabilized rear camera. Two of them. I think, yeah, so the other lens is optically zoomed in. They're 216 megapixels, no optical image stabilization, which is weird because the OnePlus 3 and the OnePlus 3T has optical image stabilization. So they removed that for OnePlus 5. And then the selfie is 16 megapixels, so it's relatively high, higher than the Nokia 8 selfie 13 megapixel. And then all else are pretty much equal. You have USB Type-C, very fast charging. We have a 3000 milliamp hour battery, 3090, 3300, 3450. All of these specs are very close to each other, but I think Nokia 8 wins. The Pixel XL is incredibly expensive. The OnePlus 5 is great, affordable, and actually design is very, very good. But I prefer the Nokia 8 for the Quad HD display, the stock Android, and the micro SD card slot, basically, I guess. Ngayon ko lang na-realize almost the same price ang Nokia 8 at Zenfone 4. The former has SD 835, then the latter only SD 630. Wait, SD 660 I think yung the Nokia Zenfone 4. Hello Ate Nyaw Nyaw. Kaya mataas pricing ni Asus because Zen UI. Jordan De Chavez, kung durability naman concerned kasi mura kaya kay Kuya Jerry Rig lang ang tinginan. Yeah, I guess. It's a great phone, but the question is where there's still room for Nokia in 2017. That's the big question for what's gonna happen? Are people gonna still buy the Nokia phone, right? I think the biggest question here is the distribution of Nokia. Is Nokia still gonna get enough distributors to sell their phones? Is Nokia still gonna get enough marketing to sell their phones? Because we all know it's not always about just having phones out in the market. You have to publicize your phones. You need ambassadors, you need publicity, you need people tweeting, you need people doing this, you do sharing. So kailangan mo ng buzz. You need buzz on the Nokia 8 because right now I think not enough people know how affordable and high-end the Nokia 8 is right now. It kicks butt. It kicks a lot of butt. And yun na nga, sabi ko nga, sobrang pantay na sila ng OnePlus 5 when it comes to affordability and performance and quality and whatnot. Me personally, I prefer the Nokia 8 because of stock Android and all those reasons that I mentioned before. Lucky Poo says, ano masasabi niyo sa bagong compact camera ng Sony RX0? Wait, RX0 or RX10? RX0? What is this? What? 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 It's what is it? Is it a GoPro? Oh yeah. $700, huh? So it's waterproof, it's shockproof, it's crush-proof. That's interesting. Medyo mahal though, 700. Sony makes some really good action cams. They have one of the best action cams, yung FDR. Ano ba yan? This one, 4K stabilized. This is one of the best action cams out there. I'm so tempted to buy one. Buti na lang hindi ako ma-action. Buti na lang hindi ako. It's a good thing that I'm not like an action, skateboarder, vacation kind of guy, because I would have bought this thing instantly. This thing is the best action cam out there, bar none. Don't even compare it to GoPros. This is the best. Shoots 4K, stabilized 4K. All optically stabilized 4K, not the GoPro electronic stabilized 4K. This is amazing. It's magkano ba to? I think it's like, yeah, there you go. So it's like 20K. Yeah, it's like 20K or plus or 30K with the remote. And that's so all the reviews say if you compare the GoPro, the highest end GoPro versus this wins hands down. So I don't know about this new RX0 na action cam. If it's anything like the FDR 3000, then it's a good thing. I mean, it's got a Zeiss lens, it's got a 1-inch sensor. That's gonna be very, very interesting. Kasi 1-inch sensor is a very big sensor. Oo nga, no? Wow. 4K, clean HDMI out? What? No! Ang ganda. Wait lang. Hanap tayo ng YouTube nito. RX0. This music is kind of cool though. Sony RX0. Alam nyo, the only reason why hindi ako masyadong naniningin ng cameras ngayon is because I've been so happy with the HTC 10. Vlog lang ako ng vlog. Nakita nyo naman yung mga videos ko, puro vlog. All of them were captured on the HTC 10 with my external microphone, which is nasa bag. To. All of them were captured on the HTC 10 with this microphone. This is a Sony microphone. And then it's a clip-on microphone like this, or pwede mo rin buhatin like this. It's a very, very high-quality microphone for only 1,000 pesos. It's one of those rare finds that you can get. But yeah, so I haven't been looking at cameras. I haven't been looking at 4K cameras. I haven't been looking at mirrorless cameras. There was a time when I wanted to buy the LX10, which is a 4K camera na handheld, maliit, tas may flip screen para mag-vlog. I don't need that anymore. I have this. I don't need a big camera anymore that has a flip screen because this does the job. That saved me a lot of money. This phone saved me a lot of money by not making me buy another camera. Totoo ba Flare S6 18:9 display daw? I think totoo yun kasi meron silang launch eh. So let's watch this thing. I know medyo tayo. This is in 4K. Sadly, you can't watch it in 4K kasi naka 1080 lang tayo. Damn! Bakal ba to or plastic? What the fuck? This thing looks like this thing looks like it means business. Stacked CMOS. Kaya lang $700 eh. That means 35,000 pesos ito. Malamang 40 mil to sa Pilipinas. Medyo mahal pero tempting. 4K with that sensor. And then meron siyang 960 FPS slow motion, right? Anti-distortion shutter. Wow. Up to 1000 FPS siya. S-Log 2. Holy shit. Damn. Clean HDMI output. Yes. Astig. Okay, tama na. Dang, this is a very good. This looks very promising in the camera market. Obviously, it's gonna be pricey. It's not gonna be for everybody. But kung may pera ka, why not? But ako, maybe nagtitipid akong konti. Yeah, the 1-inch sensor is very, very good. Oh, John Cena is here. Semi Zcan has subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Yes. So dalawa yung ating alert for subscribing and doing stuff these days. So nasa na tayo? We're still on Nokia 9, Nokia 88. So there's this rumor that there's gonna be a Nokia 9. So I don't know how I feel about that Nokia 9 rumor, right? I think this is a bullshit. Let's see. Let's read this Digital Trends one. Rumors still persist it has a further device in the works, which is known as the Nokia 9, and it may be a larger, bezel-less version of the Nokia 8. How can we be sure? Hey, there's another subscriber. Guzman Jr. Is that Ison? We'll find out sa ating Streamlabs. Streamlabs, tell me who that is. How can we be sure the Nokia 9 rumors? Yes, it's Kuya Ison. Kuya Ison. Kuya Ison, how are you? Welcome to the show. How can we be sure the rumors aren't false? Nokia 8 rumors, we can't. But the quote from Nokia executives circulating after the Russian Nokia 8 launch event hints a larger screen Nokia phone is still to come, ready to meet the needs of absolutely all users. Huh, interesting. Wow. Wait, seryoso ba yan? That's very bezel-less, ano? That seems like an 18:9 display. That's very good. I don't know. I hate being I hate or discussing or sitting on rumors and speculation, because honestly, it's better to buy the phone that you want right now than to wait for the rumors and stuff. Particularly because September na ngayon and then October na in a few hours. So when it comes to October, the timeline for a new smartphone launch is way short. Wala na masyadong options for a brand to launch a new phone this year. So if you're gonna buy a phone this year, don't expect the Nokia 9 will be available this year, right? And based on timing, don't expect the Nokia 9 to be even available by May next year, because ang product launches ng smartphones happen in two big movements, right? The one big movement is around May, January, February, March, April, right? February, March, April. Yun yung big first the first early year flagships ng mga companies is February, March, April. And then yun yung lalabas yung bagong Samsung S9 or something like that, and LG will launch yeah, you see that PUBG? Yes, I have PUBG. And then you see that new LG. That's when they launch their new year flagships. And then late in the year, around the August, September, October, that's when they launch the end of year flagships, like the Note 8, the V30, the iPhone X. So Nokia will also follow in that trend. There is no way for Nokia to not follow that trend, because those are proven trends for smartphone manufacturers, diba? They sell in. There's two. Basing from those two big launches, you have two opportunities to buy a smartphone that won't be obsolete immediately. So if you buy the Nokia 8 right now, when it's available now, until maybe December, it won't, I guarantee you will not have, you will not, excuse me, that will not be obsolete by April next year, right? Because Nokia will not launch a new phone this year anymore. They don't have time. It's already October. They can't have a product launch and then be like, 2 weeks you're gonna buy it. No, there's a big ramp up to these product launches, and they don't have any more time. So I guarantee you the Nokia 8 will be the top end flagship for 5 months from now, until 5 months from now, maybe 6 months from now. So that rumor of the Nokia 9 is still very far away. It's still very far away. There is no hidden sleeper phone right here. There never is a hidden sleeper phone that just comes out of nowhere and hits the market hard. Dahil hindi ko kayang bumili ng Nokia 8, ang inaantay ko phones ay yung Moto X4 and Nokia 2. You should also check out the Xiaomi Mi A1. Xiaomi for stock Android. So the Xiaomi Mi A1 is being sold right now. It's available right now for 12K. Let me. Oh wow! Oh, I want to get the smart scale because of the ate. No, she's way too thin. She gotta eat something. This ate needs to eat something. She's way too thin. Where is that? But then again, this scale, 890 pesos. That's actually very affordable. Kasi meron siyang smart features eh. It tracks your weight, it has a BMI app, it has an app, it's graphical. 850, that's affordable for a scale. Anyway, let's move. Let's find that what am I looking for? Where is that? Come on, let's just type it here. Xiaomi Mi A1. Xiaomi Mi A1. Oh, there are groups now, huh? Where is it? They started selling this, definitely. Why can't I find it? Mi Philippines. Oh my god, the lag. The lag. Mi Philippines. Come on. Baka sa Lazada actually, baka meron eh. Let's see. Mi A1. God damn it. I just know they started selling the Xiaomi Mi A1. There we go. There we go. This is a dual lens phone. This guy right here. This is your savior right here. So let's read some comments here. Mas optimize ang processor sa Nokia 8, no lag daw. Oh, definitely. So here we go. This is being sold by what is this? Kyle? Oh, this is international. No. Wait. Mi Philippines. I know they're selling it now for 12K. Mas mura pa sila kaysa Widget City. So, Mi Home PH. Oh, it's the other Xiaomi. Is it? It is the other Xiaomi. It is the other Xiaomi seller. Asan yung ano nila? Where's their Mi A1? May Mi drone sila. Where's the Mi A1 nila? Wait, they have a 4K drone? What? They have a 4K drone? Oh my god. Okay, we gotta find the Mi A1 though. May review na dito. Sino nag-review dito? Si ano? Asan yun? Come on. Yan ang mahirap sa Facebook. Nasaan yung for sale nila? Oh, si ate. Mi A1. Saan yun yung sinabi nila price? Oh my god! God damn it. Can anybody help me find this price? They're cheaper than Widget City. I can't find it. I can't find it. But they did post the price, and it's 1,000. I'm pretty sure it's 100. Oh, it's 1,000 pesos less than Widget City price. I just can't find it right now. They don't have a shop page. Somebody find it. Ang hirap pa naman mag-scroll sa mga ganito. Akasar. Come on. Alright, September 7. Wala. Anyway, maybe I'm mistaken, but I was very sure that I found one on Facebook that was selling it for 1,000 pesos less. Now I'm just crapped up. Okay. Is that legit yung may global ROM, kuya? China ROM ang alam na kami. It's stock Android. There is no China ROM. There is no global ROM. It's stock Android. It would be nice to see and hear something fresh from Nokia that becomes just as iconic in years to come. Cross fingers. Well, the thing, it could be the Nokia 8. It might be the something fresh from Nokia that becomes just as iconic in years to come, right? God, I swear I saw the price for the Mi A1 somewhere here on Facebook. I swear to God. Let's choose a location. Philippines. Sure, Manila. Oh my God, this what? Ugh. Oh God damn it. Okay. And Philippines. Why does that show up? Ayoko na. I don't want to search for this phone anymore. Why is it so hard? I know there's one that is being sold here in the Philippines na. Somebody help me find it if you can find it. But anyway, the Mi A1. Honestly, I'm not trying to lie. I'm not trying to scam. I know I know there are people selling it now for like 12,000. It's stock Android. It's got dual lenses. It's amazing. It's like crazy good. Xiaomi Mi A1. Look at this thing. It looks amazing. And then you get stock Android. Amazing. Look, there's a 12 megapixel camera with a telephoto 12 megapixel camera. It looks amazing. Look at this thing. For 12K, it's Snapdragon 625. See? I don't know if it has optical stabilization. I don't remember. Let's see specs. And then this will be updated to Android Oreo because it's Android 1. You got 4 gigs of RAM for this price point. Let's see. 12 megapixel, 1.25 micron, f2.2. Not bad. Not bad. So, like I said, this is very promising. If you're on a budget, just look for the 11,549.25. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw 11,990. Hindi ko lang talaga mahanap. Sorry guys, hindi ko mahanap kasi. But ano nga, hanap tayo. Let's try Mi Philippines again. No. Let's Mi Philippines and then Mi A1. Is it kakainin? Xiaomi? No, that's a group. Xiaomi Philippines price. What is this? This is a affiliate marketing. Yeah, this is affiliate marketing. Yeah. Mi Android 1 12.5, but this is somebody reselling. Look at this. See, 12.5, somebody reselling. Widget City. I guess I can't find it at all. I really thought I saw it for 11,999, but wala nang lumilitaw eh, so I give up. but it's in the 12,000 peso price range, right? 12 to 13 to 14. Anyway, make sure you check out the Mi A1 because stock Android. What were we talking about na? Moto X4, yeah, Nokia 2, yeah. Okay, so Hellotronics. Oh yeah, we should look up Hellotronics. Tingnan natin. Baka meron sila. Xiaomi. So Redmi Note 4X is still there. Oh, the TV is gonna turn off. Don't turn off, sir. Baka wala. Electronics Mi A1. Do they have one? No, it's still this one. Still international. I guess not. I don't know. There's one for like more expensive. So this one, ito international din. Yeah, okay. I give up. Ito local to, cash on delivery available. Yeah, anyway, I give up. I give up looking for that that price. Anyway, let's move on. So what do we? Are we done talking about the Nokia 8? Looking. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. All right. Are we done talking about the Nokia 8? I think it's a very, very promising phone for 30K. And I didn't. Mi 5X MIUI is same as A1 stock Android. Yeah, I thought so nga, but obviously if kung bibili ako, I'm gonna prefer the A1, the actual A1. I don't want the stock. I don't want the a ROM swap or something like that. Ask to join Pinoy YouTubers. Okay. So now, should we move on from the Nokia 8? There are some interesting laptops if you want to talk about it. Yeah, so my take on the Nokia 8 is it could be flagship of the year or the most down to earth flagship of the year, and yun na nga, so it could usher it could honestly usher the comeback for Nokia because it's so competitive. Ang kailangan lang talaga ni Nokia is proper execution, right? Like it needs word of mouth, it needs a little bit of the hype machine, it needs people to champion that Nokia 8, it needs people to call attention to that Nokia 8. I don't know exactly how they do that because I mean mean, for example, ako, I could be championing it. I'm championing it now, but I could do better by doing more coverage, or maybe an unboxing or something. Call more attention to it. But honestly, it needs more than just me. It needs more. Kasi ito Nokia 8 would be nice if Super AMOLED, not IPS. Yes, that's true. You know, it's definitely Super AMOLED is definitely better than IPS, but IPS is still good. For example, my HTC 10, this is Quad HD, but this is not Super AMOLED. This is IPS. So I don't get the same, you know, saturation and then black levels, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's not a big loss if you don't get Super AMOLED. It's a nice thing to have, the Super AMOLED, but if you can't get it, it's fine. You know nga, there's a rumor nga that says that the Nokia 9 might have Super AMOLED with edge-to-edge displays. That would send it over the top. But the question is, how much would the Nokia 9 be, right? Maybe the Nokia 9 with a new Super AMOLED display that has edge-to-edge displays may be too expensive for a lot of us, where the Nokia 8 would just be perfect at the 30,000 peso price point. You never know, baka umabot ng 40 mil yung Nokia 9, that this rumored Nokia 9 with the edge-to-edge Super AMOLED bezel-free display. But right at this moment, the Nokia 8 is sitting at a very, very, very competitive price point. 30K, Snapdragon 835, Quad HD display, dual optically stabilized lenses on the back with a 13 megapixel lens on front, fingerprint scanner made of metal, super durable and everything. Alright, so yeah, so my take is I think it's gonna be a very competitive phone for 2017, and I didn't know that would happen. I thought we'd have something super competitive by now. I was ready to call the Nokia 8 a sort of a nice distraction, but not actually something that is competing for what is essentially budget's flagship of the year, or People's Choice Award for best flagship. So all flagships these days are 40,000 pesos or above. So Nokia pulls it back down to the 30,000 peso price point, and I can only thank them for it, because honestly, prices for phones these days are super crazy, super expensive. All right, so let's move on to something very interesting, which is the Ryzen laptop of Asus. Let's see, where is that? Asus launches this thing, yeah.
What's up mga kuya? Papunta tayo sa Asus.
So, long story short, oh, by the way, this is a nice RGB lighting. So, long story short, Asus has created a very unique product, a very exclusive product that they managed to put an AMD Ryzen 7 8-core 16-thread desktop CPU on a laptop. And also, they managed to put a desktop graphics card, the RX 580, on this laptop as well. This is a 17-inch gaming laptop, and it's only less than 100,000 pesos. So, it's actually on the more affordable side of high-end laptop prices. High-end laptop prices can go, generally are 100,000 pesos pataas. They're $2,000 up. This is less than $2,000. That's crazy. That's crazy for what you're getting here. Then again, though, there are some compromises, right? To be completely honest, the RX 580 graphics card, the Radeon RX 580 graphics card, is not the most powerful graphics card out there. It's in the mid-range, right? So at this price point, that the 100,000 peso price point, there are some computers or laptops that have higher graphics cards. Like, you could probably get a GTX 1070 laptop at 100,000 pesos. It won't be the same. It won't be like the same features, the same processor power, the same design and whatnot. But you may be able to find the 1070 at 100,000 pesos. Or you'll definitely be able to find higher-end graphics, higher-end laptops at more than 100,000 pesos. So the problem with this laptop is, yun na yung graphics card niya. You cannot get a higher-end graphics card because AMD only has RX 580 for this kind of usage scenario. They don't have anything more powerful in the graphics card department than this graphics card right here, which is the RX 580. Because they do have Vega graphics cards, but they're so power hungry that you cannot put them on laptops right now. So when it comes to gaming on this machine, you only get the mid-range gaming performance. That is the main problem with this laptop. But the processor, however, is the king. Is the reason why you're gonna be interested in this laptop, because it is essentially like a current generation Intel i7 processor, but two of them running at the same time. For example, my computer right here is an Intel i7 6700 non-K, non-overclocked. And this is 4 cores, 8 threads. That means it's hyper-threading, so it has 4 physical cores, and then with hyper-threading, that 4 physical cores adds another 4 virtual cores. So we have 8 threads. 4 cores, 8 threads. This laptop has 8 cores with hyper-threading, or AMD's equivalent of hyper-threading. So it has 8 cores, and I don't even have enough fingers to show you 16 threads. This is super important for people like me who do a lot of video editing, who do a lot of video rendering, and do other things like streaming. Streaming is also very multi-threaded dependent. So somebody like me who's streaming on this PC right here with the 6700, if, for example, I got this PC and changed it to a Ryzen 7 that has 8 cores, 16 threads, I would be able to play more demanding games without the frame rates going down because I have more cores and more threads. Right now, with the 4 cores and 8 threads of this PC right here, I will generally have a slightly lower frames per second while streaming. So it's very important to note how powerful this laptop is when it comes to CPU performance. One of the most challenging is the slim form factor, cooling, and power consumption. Eurocom is the first that implements an AMD Ryzen CPU, but Asus is the most dominant. Yeah. Also, Eurocom like that is, tawag nila dyan, is boutique, you know, specialized, or sometimes they call that like a custom built computer. Eurocom is kind of like a custom motherboard manufacturer, and then they make a specific motherboard for their Ryzen laptop. So yeah, this is a very interesting development and also a very interesting product, and I think the price point is also very
What's up mga kuya? Papunta tayo sa Acer.
I think the price point is also very, very interesting because it's actually very palatable at less than 100,000. Now the thing is, they could have done something crazy with this laptop. They could have made this much more cheaper by giving us a slightly lower Ryzen CPU, because all Ryzen CPUs are compatible with each other. The Ryzen 3, the Ryzen 5, the Ryzen 7, you can interchange the CPUs. So there would be no need for Asus to do anything except introduce a lower end model with lower end CPUs. With Ryzen 3 and Ryzen 5, they already have a Ryzen 5 high-end Ryzen 5 1600 CPU version of this for 85,000 pesos. But the highest end Ryzen 7 1700 is basically 100,000 pesos. So what if from that 100,000 pesos binaba nila to Ryzen 5 naging 85,000 pesos? That's 15,000 pesos in price drop. What if they introduce a Ryzen 3 variant for less? So bawasan natin ng 15,000 yung 85, magiging what, 60,000? No. 70,000 pesos. What if there's a Ryzen 3 version that is 70,000 pesos? I think that's... I guess it depends on you if you want that kind of thing, but the Ryzen 3 is still very competitive. But I think for the purposes of having a high-end laptop, I think Ryzen 5, maybe a slightly lower Ryzen 5, like a 4-core. There's a Ryzen 5 that is 4 cores, 8 threads. The highest end Ryzen 5 is 6 cores, 12 threads. Anyway, that might this discussion might be super boring for some people. But for somebody like me, this is mind-blowing, because up until this point, there has been no way for anybody to have the basically super duper threading, super amounts of CPU cores in a laptop. And the price point is very competitive. Anything under 100,000 for that basically ganito yan. If you can get a high-end laptop and you can call it the high-end laptop, and the graphics card is the highest end you can get for this kind of setup, you're getting the highest end CPU as well for less than 100,000, then yes, it is a good it's a good price. Because generally, all the good laptops are more than 100,000 pesos. Generally, 150,000 pesos. So that's what's good about this one. The particular model that we're talking about is the Asus GL. Let's see. Do I have a web browser that we can go to? This particular unit is the Asus GL 702 ZC, right? Yep, there it is. Yeah. So there's another note. This is very technical, pero if you actually open up the laptop, you can actually replace the CPU. So like a removable CPU, you can actually buy a new Ryzen CPU and then put it on there. But I don't think you should do that anymore, because for example, if you buy the 1700, the Ryzen 1700 version, the only upgrade path is buying a 1700X or an 1800X. And, you know, I think you don't really need to do that because the 1700 is super powerful anyway. Okay, so there's a few things that I don't like, though. The design. It's very generic. The design is very boring. Oh yeah, they're also gonna have a FreeSync monitor at 120 Hz, I believe, which is great. I like that. And also, I like the fact that if you buy this, you have a FreeSync capable gaming machine, and then all you have to do is maybe buy like a 144 Hz display for your home, and now you have a 144 Hz capable high-end gaming desktop that you can take along with you. This is very cool in my book. I know there are people who will not like the 17-inch form factor. It's still very bulky, honestly. But this is for basically power users, not just gaming. This is power users. I'm very excited about this one in particular. I'm not excited about the design, but I like the ramifications or the implications that you can have a Ryzen gaming machine on the go. A Ryzen gaming machine on the go with FreeSync capabilities. And I stress the FreeSync thing because FreeSync is much more affordable when you're buying monitors. FreeSync is much more affordable when you're buying monitors. Ako, I don't have a G-Sync monitor because holy crap, they're fucking expensive. Yeah, so I'm very excited about the Asus Ryzen laptops. Not the design, but I could forgive the design if you know if it's decent. You know, it's not. I'm not gonna be super proud of the design, but you know, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices on that. So, didikita ko na lang siya ng maraming sticker. I'm gonna cover up all the logos and shit and make it look like a normal laptop that doesn't look gamery. Mas prefer ko pa rin ang desktop gaming PC. Of course. You know, I'm not forcing anybody to buy into the laptop ecosystem. You know, a laptop is a what do you call this? Is a lifestyle choice. A laptop is a lifestyle. By the way, nakataas yung pa ako dito. May upuan ako dito. Kaya like I said, relax yung show natin ngayon eh. Let's try to build a PC. Let's try to build a Ryzen PC right now. Let's see what kind of price we can get. So let's do mid-tower case. Let's go with an NZXT case. Yung mura lang. Low to high. So let's go with an S340. You know, we're paying for a good design anyway. Let's go with an AMD processor. Let's go with the 1700. Where's the 1700? Let's see. Ryzen 7. Where's the 7? Oh, ito. Ryzen. Okay. There you go. 1700, right? Your motherboard is socket AM4, obviously, for the Ryzen. Let's get an Asus one. Let's just get the super cheap Asus Prime A320M. Alright? Sure. And then let's get a graphics card. The Radeon RX480 from Asus. RX580 from Asus. Holy crap, ang mahal nito ah. What the fuck? The RX580 Strix is 25k. 23.5. Jesus. Okay. So, let's see what the specs. GL702ZC. How many gigs of RAM do we get? Let's see. 32 gigs of RAM. No, let's go 16 gigs. So DDR4, 16 gigs. Wait, what? No. Let's go with regular, non-laptop. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. 2400. So let's get 16 gigs. 2400. What's the difference? Oh, 266. All right. This is it. Okay. We have a memory. What is this hard drive on this? So, what? Let's get a 512 gig, right? SSD, and then maybe no. Let's get a 256 and 1 terabyte. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll get a 256 SSD. 256. This should be fine. A crucial one. And then let's get a hard drive. Mobile one. For 1 terabyte. Sure. This will do. No, okay. Fine, I'll get the other one. Okay. Alright, we have a hard drive. We need a power supply. So let's get a decent power supply at around 500 watts. Let's see. Let's get a Corsair RM550X should be fine. There we go. Alright, and then that's it for our core components, right? Our core components alone for this build is already 70,000 pesos. The core components alone for this laptop is 70,000 pesos. And we did not buy expensive parts. I think the most ridiculously priced product here is the 580 Strix. If we remove that, we can and buy a cheaper 580, we might be able to bring the price down to 60,000 pesos. 60,000. But that is not the only thing you buy when you buy a gaming laptop. Why? Because the laptop has a display, the laptop has a keyboard, the laptop has a mouse, the laptop has SD card readers, right? And ano ba? Basically that's it. All right. So and speakers, right? So now we have to buy a monitor that is FreeSync, right? So let's go for a 24-inch FreeSync monitor. I have the AOC monitors in mind because obviously if we buy an Asus monitor, it's going to be super expensive. So plus tax. I think may tax na to, dude. Alright, so let's look for the AOC. This one. Alright, so ViewSonic LED FreeSync for 15K. Alright, now let's buy a keyboard and a trackpad and a keyboard, right? So we'll just get any old relatively gaming keyboard and mouse, right? Downside, no Thunderbolt 3. You are correct. There is no Thunderbolt 3. So no upgradable graphics. No upgradable graphics. Gaming mouse and keyboard. Asus. Alright? So let's just buy like a Cerberus gaming mouse. This gaming mouse signifies the trackpad of the laptop. And then let's just get a cheap gaming keyboard that is not mechanical. There we go. Right? So now, without buying speakers, let's add a cheap... Okay, we also need a webcam because the laptop has a webcam. So what kind of webcam? Let's just buy a 900 peso webcam. The shittiest 1080p webcam from A4Tech. And then we have to buy speakers. So let's buy some speakers. Keep in mind, we're not buying... Essentially, we should be getting a UPS as well because the laptop has a battery. But we're not going to do that. We're going to buy speakers. So where is the speakers in here? Audio speakers, right? Let's buy cheap speakers. What's the cheapest one here? Alright, let's buy a 500 peso speakers. So this should be complete except for maybe UPS because laptops have batteries, right? But we're not gonna buy that because that seems like overkill. Here is our Ryzen equivalent laptop. Actually, we're gonna remove the 580 Strix because I think the 23,500 is a little too much. We're gonna look for a different RX 580 that is cheaper right now because I think that is baka may magreklamo eh. So let's look for a Sapphire RX 580. Here we go. This is the RX 580 4GB version, 16,000. So let's add that. That'll save us at least about 8,000 pesos. So look at the total price of an equivalent Ryzen PC that we selected to be more affordable than a Ryzen laptop from Asus. We have the NZXT Source 340, a pretty decent but affordable case. Now, we can probably bring down the price a little bit more by buying a different case, but we're trying to compare a good case versus a good case from Asus, so we're paying for the NZXT Source 340. Ryzen 1700, an Asus Prime budget AMD AM4 motherboard, 16 gigs of budget Corsair 16 gigs of RAM. We're buying one of the cheaper 250 gig SSDs, 500 gig hard drive, a basically cheap 550 watt power supply, one of the cheapest FreeSync monitors available from ViewSonic, a cheap gaming mouse, a cheap gaming keyboard, cheap webcam, cheap speakers, and the total price is still 80,000 pesos. 80,000 pesos. So this is what, 20,000 pesos less than the equivalent Asus ROG Ryzen laptop. Desktop with all of these components, that some of them are bad, some of them are meh, some of them are okay. Versus 100K, slightly more expensive, 20,000 pesos more expensive, but something you can take around with you and bring to play games everywhere you want. So there's we have proven today that the difference between those two things is just 20,000 pesos essentially. And that's huge, right? So a lot of people underestimate yung equivalent desktop. But of course, if you're actually really building a desktop, generally you don't buy a new monitor, you don't buy a lot of new things because we're just upgrading mostly. Desktop PC mas madaling palitan ng sirang part, unlike sa laptop, pag board sira, talo agad. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I'm just giving people the I'm just trying to show people that comparing it to the price of a desktop is actually not a good idea, because the price of a desktop is near the price of a laptop these days. It's so near that I just showed you that the difference is like 20,000 pesos, give or take. Obviously, the desktop is much easier to fix, much easier to build, much easier to troubleshoot. But it's not portable. So there's pros and cons to both. One thing I do want to say though is Asus has pretty good customer service, so you can have your Asus products serviced for at least 2 years. You have the 2-year warranty, and obviously, if your product has any more problems after 2 years, all you got to do is have it repaired from Asus. But yeah, I get your point. We understand each other, Kuya Macmac. But like I said, given that it's only 20,000 pesos more than an actual desktop counterpart, that makes this Ryzen laptop a good value build, a good value laptop. Kasi, you know why I'm saying all of these? Because I want to build my own Ryzen 7 desktop, and I know that I'm gonna spend at least 60,000 pesos just building the main internals. I'm already down 60,000 pesos for an actual Ryzen desktop. But I ask myself, why should I build? Kuya ka dyan, bata pa ako. I call everybody kuya. So, why should I spend 60,000 pesos building a Ryzen desktop now when I'm already paying 60,000 pesos for a desktop, and may desktop na ako, right? konti na lang, meron na akong laptop. And the laptop will serve me a different purpose, and a different purpose entirely. I don't have to build the desktop anymore. I know makakamura pa ako sa desktop, but like the difference between building a desktop and buying a laptop is so small na. Wala mga ganyan na desktop CPU na laptop before, but now it's a thing. Yeah, it's very, 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 very promising. Anyway, I know this laptop is not for everybody, particularly because, like I said, the graphics card, the RX 580, is not the most highest end graphics card you can get. It's not the most powerful. But you buy this for the CPU. You buy this for the Ryzen 7 8-core 8-core 16 thread. And obviously it's FreeSync and whatnot. It's very, very I like what Asus has done here. I know siguro out of 10 people, only one person will be interested in this. If there's like 5 gamers in the room, 5 gamers would be interested in more mainstream laptops like RX, like GTX 1060, 1070, 1080, and then one of the 5 people would be interested in this because it is 8-core 16 thread. For most people, 4-core 8 thread is perfectly fine for them. For me, I want the 8-core 16 thread. Anyway, that's that for the Strix GL702 ZC. Its pre-order is open now, and then it's gonna be available mid-October. And I'm seriously tempted to buy one. I want that power. I want that laptop CPU performance power thingamajig. And tinatamad ako mag-build ng desktop. And I was like, maybe I should just buy a laptop and have, you know, that portability. For me to, yeah, productivity. So yeah, very interesting. But I guess, you know, I'm just talking about it and talking about it, but only because I'm interested. I know there's a lot of people who will be like, that's not for me. So, you know, segue tayo to the Triton. This is an interesting launch. Ask ko na si Kuya Joey. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Kuya Joey nga. Yeah, malapit na yung launch so it's gonna be soon. And I'm actually very, very curious if I can get a discount. You know, we'll see. I'm very tempted. So let's move on to the Acer Triton 700. You know, this is where how do you call it? How do I say it? This is where I expected SRP for the Ryzen. The Ryzen SRP is 99999 for the Ryzen 7 edition. The Ryzen 7 1700 is the processor for that. And I can show you the video. Let's see.
What's up mga kuya? Papunta tayo sa...
Let's look at the prices. There we go. So fast forward a little bit. There we go. So the price for the Ryzen 7 1700 is 99,995 pesos, and then the Ryzen 5 6-core 6-core 12-thread 1600 CPU is 84,995. And you people still have high hopes for Ryzen. I think Ryzen is pretty good. I think Ryzen is a good disruptor of the industry. I know Intel is gonna come up with their Coffee Lake processor soon, but right now, at least for right now, Ryzen is for my needs, for my video editing needs. I'm like, wow, thank God, thank you. I want one of those. Okay, let's move on to the Triton.
Hello.
So the Triton, at the moment, inaayos si Zenfone 2. The Triton is a MaxQ super thin laptop. So if you haven't heard of MaxQ, it's a new design. It's a new thermal and power design graphics card system by NVIDIA, wherein you put a high-end graphics card in a super thin laptop and then slightly lower its maximum performance level, and to keep its thermals down, to keep its power consumption down. So that's how they could make a laptop such as this that is super thin. This is, I don't know how thin this is, but it is quite thin. It's also very, very lightweight. So this is the Acer Predator Triton 700. This is their entry into the MaxQ market. Asus also has their own MaxQ called the Zephyrus. But this is Acer's, yes, Kuya Norms is right. Acer is the first one to introduce the MaxQ design with the Triton 700 in particular. So yeah, this is a super thin laptop, and the number one thing that I like about this laptop is there is no red accents. It's actually a very subdued design. It's unique and aggressive in its own way, but there is no red accents. It's a nice departure from the goddamn awful super red blah accents of all gaming laptops these days. Now, my main problem with this Triton 700 is the price. I don't understand how the price got so high. So the Triton 700 has two versions in the Philippines. The one version has a non-MaxQ, so full power GTX 1060 for 100. Sorry, my nose is blocked. The 1060 non-MaxQ edition is 135,000 pesos. Basically just a regular 1060 laptop with a unique design. Nothing special done onto it. Nothing special for 135,000 pesos for a GTX 1060 laptop. And we all know you can get a GTX 1060 laptop for 50,000 pesos. Why? Bili ka na lang ng ibang 1060 laptop. Ignore this one. It's not gonna be worth it. 1060 lang eh. There's so many 1060 laptops. I know this one looks super duper cool and super slim and very lightweight. But you're not gonna spend 135,000 just for that purpose. A 1060 is, you can get a 1060 anywhere for half that price. But anyway, let's move on. Even Acer has a lot of 1060 laptops that is 50,000 pesos. The Acer something Helios 300. Right? Let's look for the Helios 300. Where's my Acer Helios 300 price? So here we go. All right. So there's a Lazada link for a Helios 300. This has a 1060 NVIDIA 6 gig 1060 Full HD display for 67,000 pesos. So really, you should not be buying this. You should not be buying this for the 1060 version. You should be buying this for the 1080 MaxQ. But there's also a problem with the 1080 MaxQ. And pwede ba akong magano? I'll let you watch this and magsisiya ako sandali, nahihiya ako eh.
Yo, what's up? Wow, 3 people. Pangit ang game nyo, pangit. How are you, sir? Basta.
Ryzen 700.
Triton 700 with the 1060, we're retailing it at 134,999 pesos. So it's really, really very impressive considering how thin it is. Then the next one, of course, for the 1080 MaxQ version, 229,999 pesos.
Masasabi mo, sir?
I'm back! Very safe. Whew. Call of Duty. Nakita niyo yung presyo? The price of the 1080 version is 230,000. 230,000. Credit where credit is due. There are some interesting features on the Triton 700, like the glass panel, the mechanical keyboard. So it has a mechanical keyboard, although I have to admit it doesn't feel so compelling for me, kasi I've felt a better mechanical keyboard in the GT75 on the MSI side. So this is not such a good mechanical keyboard for me. I don't think it's worth enough money to be paying like 230,000 pesos for not even the best mechanical keyboard on a laptop. So that's not it. The glass design is very unique and very, very cool, I admit. But it's really high. The price is really high at 230,000 pesos. Now, the reason why I know that's super expensive is because there is a MaxQ laptop from Asus. Now, honestly, unfortunately, trumps the price of the Max. No, I don't want to. I mean, I am friends with JB from Acer, and I hope he doesn't get offended by this. But this is, may price ba dito sa website ng so this Asus ROG Zephyrus is the MaxQ, is the literal side-by-side equivalent of the Triton 700. And this is thinner by a millimeter or two, if I'm not mistaken. And the design is also very, very nice, but it doesn't have the glass panel. But it does have some very, very other very nice features then, right? So it does its own things that are good, and no complaints here. Basically, the features are almost neck and neck for both the Triton and the Zephyrus. But the Zephyrus is much cheaper, and unfortunately, walang price dito sa website nila. How much? It's like 180K Philippines. Ito na lang. Kaya ano na lang. Kay Yugatech na lang. There we go. Rappler na lang. Rappler. Here we go. Here we go. The price for the 1080 version is 180,000 pesos. They don't differ that much in specs. And honestly, I think the design of the Triton is better, but it's not. It's not that the price is so big. The price difference is so huge. When it comes to, it's 180K versus 230K. So 50,000 pesos difference. I think that's way too much. I think you should just get the Zephyrus kung tumitingin ka man ito. Also, there's another version of the Zephyrus with a 1070. Slightly lower and 1070, obviously mas mababang specs, but it's only 150,000 pesos for the 1070 version. So remember the Triton 700 na 1060. Triton 700 1060 is 135,000 pesos non-MaxQ, and then you have 150,000 pesos 1070 MaxQ from Zephyrus. That is closer, actually closer in comparison, because the 1070 non-MaxQ can boost up to whatever maximum performance it can do, while the 1070 only goes up to the MaxQ level of performance. So maybe the 1060 could outperform the 1070 MaxQ. I don't know. I can't really tell because hindi ko sila na benchmark or anything. But mas malapit yon, and the price is also very close to each other, 135, 150. But honestly, like I said before, if you're getting a 1060, a laptop that's running a 1060, you don't pay 135,000 pesos. You just buy any old laptop with a 1060. So it's very hard to recommend the Triton 700 unless you really, you're okay with the price difference. I mean, it's a big price jump. Big price jump from Zephyrus to the Triton 700.
Design 1080.
Touchscreen, I don't think they're touchscreen. Yung touchpad okay naman, pero masasanay ka sa gesture. 17.99.95. Sasaksakan mo rin yan ng external keyboard. Mahirap ang gaming sa laptop keyboard. You're absolutely right. Sasaksakan mo nga talaga siya ng external keyboard. But the keyboard, the built-in keyboard is important for certain reasons, particularly when you're typing something on the go. Obviously, as a gaming laptop with under 2 hours battery life, the time that you spend typing and using that keyboard outside of your typical gaming scenario is very few and far in between. But in that rare occasion that you will need to type or game on the internal keyboard of the built-in keyboard of a laptop, honestly, I think the keyboards are decent. But as a mechanical keyboard, this Triton 700 doesn't evoke enough mechanicalness for me to be like, yes, thank you for this. But it just feels like a slightly better membrane. Anyway, I'm not trying to put the Triton 700 down so much, but the price is just a little. Whew! Mahirap sikmurain yung presyo niya. Yung Zephyrus, I'm like, medyo mahal, but I understand. But the Triton 700, I'm a little, what? Ang sakit. Anyway. I like the MaxQ concept, but at this price, Acer, it's insane. Yes, exactly. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Maybe Acer's, not really pricing to sell, I guess. Maybe they're okay with the amount of units that they'll bring into the Philippines, or maybe they have some hardcore fans that will buy at that price point. But maybe not me. Me personally, I'm very interested in the Asus ROG Ryzen laptop. Not trying to be brand. I love them both. I love Acer. I love Asus. Honestly, I don't like the design of the Ryzen laptop, but what can you do? I want the Ryzen, but honestly, I don't know if I should. Kasi I honestly, okay, here's my dream gaming laptop. Is my personal favorite gaming laptop is the Alienware 13, but it's not officially available in the Philippines, obviously. The Alienware 13 is parang may pagka-retro design, and I like the retro design of the Alienware 13. It's also a very good size because it's portable at the 13-inch. Actually, it's a little big for the 13-inch screen size, so it's more like like a 14-inch laptop. But I like small laptops. It's very portable. I like having a small bag. 17-inch laptops are big. kailangan mo ng malaking bag. So, this is one of my dream laptops. It's, if not the #1 dream laptop that I want, is the Alienware 13. I think it's so unique. The design is so old school, IBM style, 90s IBM style na may mga dinagdag na RGB lights. Oh, this is not it. That's the old version. This is the new version right here, the OLED. And look at the keyboard on this. Old school. It's not the chiclet style. I like this. I like this design. It's so old school. It looks, like I said, it looks like an old IBM PC with alien logos and stuff like that. Unfortunately, wala sa Pilipinas nito. If I wanted to buy this, I would have to buy imported. And I'm actually considering buying this imported. What I like about this is the design. Hindi kahiya-hiya yung design. Ang pogi niya, I like the way it looks. I like the retro chic feel. I like that it looks like an IBM PC from the 90s. I like the specs. The reviews are excellent on this unit. You can get graphics cards up to the 1060, and you can even go up to an AMOLED display that is 1440p, which I am very much wanting to buy. And the price point nito starts at around 60,000 pesos for the lowest end variant. So, assuming I have like 80, 85,000, 90,000 pesos, I could either buy the Ryzen laptop, which is big, Ryzen powered. I get Asus warranty, but it's not as portable, so I'm not gonna be able to bring it anywhere. Plus, magagalit yung masasama yung loob ng ibang brands like MSI, Acer, which I also support, right? I'm a neutral gamer, so you know, I attend a lot of events like Acer, Asus, MSI. May mga review akong MSI. So I don't want to go to one of their events with one of the competitors' laptops, even though it would be totally justified to bring that laptop, because you could just tell them, ayaw nyo akong bigyan ng laptop ayaw nyo akong bigyan ng discount for that laptop But my point here is, #1, I like the design of the Alienware. Plus, pag dinala mo yung Alienware laptop, walang magrereklamo sa mga brands like Acer, Asus, or MSI, because Alienware is not their direct competitor, especially in the Philippines. So I will not be offending anybody if I bring an Alienware laptop sa mga events. Obviously, para sa akin yun. That will not affect other people's decision making when it comes to buying a laptop. Honestly, the best decision here is just to buy a white market unit that is maybe a 15-inch form factor para lang sa portability. But I just can't get over the fact that I love this design. It's so cool. I just like the design. It's just so cool. That's why the pricing competition of gaming laptops is better cooling pero sakto lang na parang future retrospective approach. Yeah. My dream laptop is MSI GS63 VR. That's a good laptop as well. Meron dito niyan sa Middle East pero very expensive, ×2 ng MacBook Pro ang price. Wow, that's crazy. Ito yung Alienware gaming laptop, meron dito Dell Alienware 17. Yeah, ayoko ng 17 because it's too big. Yeah, ganong pricing, it makes sense. So actually, you know, for example, if you go to, you know, Ben's store, ito yung gusto ko dito sa the ecosystem of the Alienware system is so flexible. And look at this, you can buy the Alienware graphics amplifier for 12K. You can buy it for 12K. This is the cheapest external graphics external graphics enclosure for the Alienware system. Obviously, this is proprietary. Pero ang mura niya eh. So Alienware, this is the one of the units that BenStore has. This is not the AMOLED, but this is the 1080p. It's got the i5-7300HQ. Wait, bakit i5-70? Tama ba yun? And then 1080 Ti, 8 gigs of RAM with SSD and whatnot. This is pretty good na for 70K, honestly, for that form factor. Obviously, walang warranty sa Pilipinas. But ang gwapo kasi ng 13 eh. Ah! Obviously, sa BenStore and Laptop Maestro, you can actually customize it. They can ask you to customize your laptop and build the laptop that you want. But that's the decision I have to make when very soon. Very soon. I think I'm gonna buy a gaming laptop before the end of this year. So currently, ang options ko and I don't know if they're very solid options just yet, but I like the Ryzen one, if only because it's got so much power for the CPU side. It's a good deal when it comes to Ryzen builds, right? It's like building a desktop Ryzen, and I always wanted to build a desktop Ryzen noon pa eh. Ayoko lang is that it's a 17-inch laptop, which means I will not be able to bring it anywhere I want. Hindi ko siya pwedeng araw-arawin. And gusto kong laptop araw-araw eh. Yun ang gusto kong laptop, yung kaya kong dalhin araw-araw. Sadly, the Ryzen 7 will not be a daily laptop. Yun ang kaya ko sa kanya. But the deal is very good. And it's like building a Ryzen 7 desktop na magically becomes a laptop for extra 20,000 pesos. The other option, like I said, is the Alienware R13, which I really like the design. And yun definitely kaya ko araw-arawin yun, yung Alienware 13. Even though mabigat ang Alienware 13. It's one of the heavier laptops around that is 13-inch. It's like 5 pounds. Or 4, something like that. So, it's not lightweight, but it's small enough for me to put into my bag and bring every day, even though may 5 pounds kang, plus 5 pounds yung bag mo. It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision. Obviously, if I go the Asus route, I have a lot of friends sa Asus. I could get 12 months 0% interest payment. And obviously, may 2 years warranty si Asus plus whatever. Bukod doon, maraming laptops sa mundo. The Acer has their other competitive laptops as well. Dell has competitive laptops as well. Razer, well, import din ang bibilin ko kung Razer eh. The Razer Blade Pro. Walang Blade Pro dito na mabibili. Tsaka ayoko ng design ng Razer, masyadong obvious. Paano ba, how do you get the save? Let's see. How do we get to the products again? There we go. Let's go hardware, systems, Blade. Yung Blade ba may graphics card? 970M. What? No. Blade Pro, I guess. The Blade Pro. Bakit hindi nag-load? Blade Pro. Wala. Ayaw. LOL. Bakit hindi up to date itong specs niya? Let's see, okay. Wala bang buy? Walang buy. Where's the... Ito yung gusto ko ano eh, 7.1. Alright, so Asia Pacific, Philippines. Wait, wala na nga pala dito yung Philippines side. Oh my god. Ayoko na hanapin. Basta alam ko ano. Ayoko, gray market din na mabibiling kong Razer. Kung mag-gray market ako, mas gusto ko Alienware. Bang ginagawa? Napipindot. Dami ko napipindot na mali. Yeah, so honestly, well, hindi pa naman ako ganun ka-decidido, but you know, I do have spare money that I can buy a gaming laptop with. Ang gusto ko doon sa Ryzen version is it's one of a kind. It's the only Ryzen laptop available, and ang gusto ko doon is hindi ako maiinggit sa ibang graphics card na laptop because sasabihin ko I wanted the Ryzen edition, so this is the only graphics card I'm able to get. Hindi ko parang sana bumili ako ng 1080, bumili ako ng 1080 Ti. So what I like about that is there's the 99995 version is the highest end version. Keep in mind that that Asus has laptops that go up to 400,000 pesos or 385 specifically for the RX the GX 800 I think ang laptop na may water cooling. So pagka Ryzen yung binili ko, ano na ako noon? Ceiling na ako. Nasa ceiling na ako ng Ryzen laptops. So, hindi ako maiinggit kasi wala na akong tatamaang pataas pa. 'Di ba? Pero kung bumili ako ng Intel laptop ng Asus or whatever, na let's say ang budget natin is 100,000, meron pang mas mataas sa'yo. And pag meron pang mas mataas sa'yo, maiinggit ka. Pero kung yung Ryzen na yun, nandun ka na sa taas, sabi mo, okay na ako dito, Ryzen to eh. 'Di ba? It's the highest end Ryzen you can get. The highest end Ryzen laptop you can get ever forever. Walang makakatalo sa Ryzen mo because yun yun, todo ka na. 'Di ba? That's what I like about the Ryzen laptop kasi parang sabihin ko sa ibang tao, gusto ko ng Ryzen eh. Ito na yung highest end. This is the flagship Ryzen laptop. The world over. In the whole world, this is the most powerful Ryzen laptop. Wala nang mas lalakas pa dito. 'Di ba? Merong there's a little bit of awesomeness and yung it limits your yung required spending mo because this is the highest end laptop of this category. Instead of buying an Intel laptop with a 1050, 1060, 1070, lagi kang maiinggit because there are laptops above you. Malayo ka pa from being the highest end laptop of that category. Ryzen laptop na cool. So yun, that's the only thing that yun ang reasoning ko behind my decisions na mga tinitingnan ko. Honestly though, if I could just find a good Alienware 13 AMOLED display in 1440p, bibiling ko yun. Like anything under 100k na Alienware AMOLED with the 7700 processor, maybe a 1050 Ti or a 1060 under 100,000, bibiling ko yun. I love the Alienware design. Obviously, wala akong warranty makukuha pag binili ko yun, but ang problem, yung Asus kasi, yung red accents and whatnot. Anyway, naging kwentuhan na lang tayo dito. Ano ba ano dito? Immediately regret. Oh yeah. Oh, so May nag-comment sa ating hands-on ng Nokia 8. Tingnan natin kung ano sinabi niya. Napanood ko po dati reviews nyo sa Cherry Mobile noong sila pa nagmamayagpag sa PH. Kaso international brands na ngayon. I-like na lang natin si Kuya. Ano siya eh? Ano ba to? Group admin si Kuya. Wow! Thanks, boss. Thanks tayo, Kuya. Thanks, boss. Alright. Replied to his... Ano to? Ito na-disappoint ako sa sa Gran Turismo Sport. Oh well. Okay, well, there are some more. Bilhin na Kuya, Christmas gift. Ina nga, hindi pa ako nagde-decide kung ano pang bibilin ko. But malapit na. I mean, it's literally October right now. Guys. Tapos na ang September. Wake me up when September ends daw eh. Anyway. Kuya, any news sa local brands? What do you mean? Anong local brands? Of smartphones? Meron. Si Cherry Mobile may bago. Obviously, hindi natin di-discuss yun. Pero si Firefly merong yung kulay pula nila. Although last week I'm sure nandun na yun eh. Ano ba to? Yung Auri Razor, yung Auri Razor. Nasaan siya? Yun, bago yun, si Auri Razor. Otherwise, wala akong alam na masyadong interesting sa local ngayon eh. Si Cherry Mobile nga, may bago. Parang wala akong nababalita from them. Yeah. Si Cloud Phone, may bagong mga bezel-less phones, but hindi naman tayo... Wala akong masyadong alam sa mga ganun eh. Plus, generally, sobrang gimmick lang sila na hindi interesting yung specs. Malamang MediaTek 6753 na naman and some bullshit, so... Hindi ko na sinusuporta yung mga ganun. Cherry Mobile, wala dito yun, Kuya. Yes, Cherry Mobile is a Philippine brand. And then, nag-international na siya. Meron siya sa Malaysia ata. Pero hindi siya international. Hindi siya yung super worldwide. It's more like Asia market lang siya ngayon. Isa sa mga maganda ring laptop is yung kaya lang tinignan ko talaga to, yung Dell 67, ano ba to? Dell 7567, yan. Ito, gwapo to eh. Gwapong-gwapo to eh. Ang problema yung display. Ang pangit ng display. Sabog. TN panel na bulok. Pero ang gwapo ng design. Tsaka ang ganda ang bilis, ang dali mag-upgrade nito. Ang ganda nung expandability nito. Isang screw lang, bubukas yung buong ilalim. Galing eh. Ang bait ni Dell eh. Maganda yung battery life, maganda yung design. This is a 15-inch laptop. 1080p display pero sobrang pangit ng display. Basura. This is the red version, obviously. There's a black version with some small red accents. Pero ang gwapo niya. Tingnan mo. Ito na yung pinakagwapong red accented laptop na nakita ko. Tingnan mo yung likod kasi hindi sobrang pogi siya parang girder ng ano. Tapos obviously may red din sa harap pero hindi yung sobrang racer boy. Parang racer boy na design. No, this is not a racer boy design. This is medyo subdued adult mature design siya. Gwapo siya, gwapo. Problema lang yung display. Yung 1080p TN panel is basura fucking shit. And then ito yung high-end version with the 7700 HQ 1050 Ti. Ang hindi ko lang alam dito kung napalit na yung display, pero I don't think so. Nakita ko to sa mall kanina yung the low-end version na 50K. Pangit nung display, basura. Sakit sa ulo. Mixed emotions si Kuya sa pagbili ng laptop. Yeah, I mean, I'll be able to make a decision soon naman. But wala lang. Honestly, sa totoo lang, hindi ko kailangan eh. But I'm just so... Maano lang, Makati lang yung... Hindi naman Makati, but natitempt ako lang. Natitempt lang talaga ako sobra. Yung parang... I have a little bit of spare cash around. And... Parang nare-remind yung buhay ko na laging wala akong gaming laptop eh. So... Yeah, Lenovo Legion Y520 is also very good. Isa yun sa mga options ko, and also the Acer na mura na mga may Acer na na 40k na 1050. Ano lang talaga eh, naghahanap lang talaga ako ng kakaiba. Naghahanap ako ng maganda yung display, maganda yung but yeah. Binili lang ako yun ng iPhone X, hindi ko kailangan ng iPhone X eh. May cellphone na ako eh. So sobrang sob na ako sa HTC 10. Sarap mag-vlog dito because stabilize yung front cam eh. Anyway, meron pa isang topic dito kaya lang hindi ko masyadong kabisado. So, si Asus padaos-dusin na lang natin. Launches yung Scar edition tsaka yung kasi ito ba yun? Kasi hindi ko masyadong naintindihan yung announcement kanina. Nandun, may launch si Asus kanina eh. Basta isa sa mga ito Scar Edition. So basically nag-launch sila ng ano ba yan? Ito GL503 tsaka 703. And then may pricing sila dito. May specific versions. Yung special edition sticks meron pa nga eh. Ito. So, meron silang Scar. Honestly, hindi ko alam kung ano yung difference ng Hero tsaka Scar edition eh. Parang pareho lang yung specs eh. Uh, 7700 HQ, 1080p, 120Hz, 1050 graphics card. Ano yung kaibahan? Hindi ko alam eh. Naguguluhan ako eh. Pero yung Hero Edition is 75k. Yung Scar Edition, 77777. Oo nga, esports gaming. Kaya hindi ka masyadong medyo hindi ako nakinig, pasensya na. Pero yun yung kanina. Tapos meron silang special edition Strix. The world's first 144Hz laptop. 144Hz laptop. Yun, promising yun, pero may prices dito eh. Nasa telepono ko. Actually, nakakabit ba yung... Oo nga, pwede tayo mag-play ng videos ko kanina. Transfer files. Mga videos ko kanina. Wala, hindi ko naiintindihan yung Scar edition na yan. Scar! Scanner! Okay. Pero, ang isang parte ng event kanina was the auction house Eclavu. Hindi ako nakabili, pero may mga barkada tayo, mga vloggers na nakabili ng sobrang murang laptops. 25, 22, 30. Ito. Simula dito. That's 2 gigs. Naubusan na ako ng space. So, wala, yun na nga. They launched the Scar Edition, they launched the Hero Edition. Wala lang. I think it's a pretty decent unit. Obviously, the more important announcement was the Strix Edition, which is 144 Hz display. Yun lang. Tignan lang natin. Bisitahin lang natin, pasadaan natin before tayo matapos sa ating discussion, ang ating show today. Yan, gwapo talaga ng Alienware. My God. Tapos bibila ka ng graphics amplifier. Astig. Mura lang eh. 12K lang. MSI din ko sa PC Express may auction. Oo nga eh, kaya lang hindi ko masyadong... Wala akong nakitang gusto kong MSI unit eh. Kaya, si MSI kailangan nilang gamitin yung yung mechanical keyboard nila. Dapat ipasok nila sa mga medyo entry-level laptop. Para yun yung bibiling ko. Kasi ang ganda ng mechanical keyboard nila, ng laptop mechanical keyboard nila. Sobrang ganda. Clicky siya na ang taas ng travel, tapos ramdam na ramdam mo yung ramdam na ramdam mo yung patatatak na. Sa laptop, ang ganda. Kaya lang, the only one that has it right now is the GT75, which is super high-end. Hopefully, pasok nila sa mga GS nila or something. One can hope.
Oh.
If you follow this requirement, I'm going to show you the price spec of the new i7 7700 GTX 1060 starts at 99,995 pesos. Worldwide first 144 Hz laptop display cool. Price at 129,909 pesos.
Not bad. 130k with a 1070 na.
Please be ready. Scar and the Hero Edition start from November 1st. So please be ready. Next. That's
the entire plethora.
Wala, hindi ko naiintindihan yung iba talaga.
here. Thank you.
Hindi ako masyado nakinig. Just in case curious kayo.
Auction. Check.
Ito yung auction eh. Ang ganda ng mga deals sa auction. Ganda ng mga deals. Saan yung kumakanta si Sue? Sumakanta si Sue? Si Lisa Sue? Hindi ko alam yan. Ay, nako. Well, I think na-exhaust. I honestly, hindi ko alam kung meron pa tayong topics. Hindi ako nag-research. Teka lang. Ngayon tayo sa GSM Arena last. Ano bang bago sa telepono ngayon? And I believe very soon na si bagong Pixel. October 4 yung Pixel launch, di ba? So next week yun. Wednesday. Bagal ng GSM Arena for some reason. Ha, bumili si JB ng Persona 5 with the controller skin. Nice. US version has free controller skin eh. Okay. Ang bagal. Walang meron. Zero Lemon. Wala. Boring. Boring news on the smartphone front, but Intel... Wala na tayong next topic. I think that's it. Si Nokia 8 lang talaga yung importanteng topic today. This week eh. Unless may nakalimutan ako. Tingnan natin si Yugate kung merong news. Yung split gate. Hindi mo na ako magko-comment dyan, pero nabalita ko yung split kit. Ba't ang bagal ng ano? Okay, ano ba meron? Nag-specs comparison talaga sila, oh. Nokia 8 Zenfone 4. Razer official online store in Lazada coming soon. Wow! Nice. Smart offers unlimited YouTube for an hour. Not bad. Oh yeah, ay hindi. Hindi na. Pack up na. Walang magandang bagong product launch or anything. Boring, no? Wala. Thanks sa live stream. Of course, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you rin sa pagpapanood. I know medyo hindi ganun kaganda yung production natin today and medyo tamad-tamad ako kasi pagod ako eh. Daming events ngayon eh. But yeah, mukhang wala na tayong ibang topics for today. So, matapos na tayo sa show. Let's wrap it up. Ano sabi? May comment sa ano? Is this build can handle SolidWorks? Circus, I want to build a gaming PC at the same time I can do my work. SolidWorks. Tinatanong sa budget gaming PC. Of course, kayang-kaya nyo magtrabaho sa budget gaming PC. This is the Alienware Kokak Show and subscribe for more Kokak. Sorry sa kakulitan ko. No. Hindi ka makulit, sir. Tama-tama lang yan. Just the right amount of curiosity sa technology and sobrang hands-on sa technology na marami ka talagang input and output. The best yan. That's why we're here. That's why we want to talk about this stuffs. Anyway, that's it for our show. Medyo therapeutic and also jam-packed and also, goddamn, I want that Alienware. It's so cool. Ang pogi niya. Anyway, thank you for watching. Alam ko, konti na lang, dalawa na lang yung nagre-response ngayon, si Norms at si MacMac. And according to my stats dito, stats page is, there's only a handful of people watching. But, yun na yung ating show for today. The Nokia 8 is super promising. But thank God I'm not in the market for a new smartphone just yet. But, I think if you are in the market for a flagship smartphone this year, I think the Nokia 8 is a very, very big contender because of its price point. The Ryzen laptop is not for everybody, but also very unique and very interesting. The Acer Triton 700 is a little overpriced. But yeah, smartphones in general, get the Xiaomi Mi A1 if you can find it. Super good stock Android unit from Xiaomi. Legendary Xiaomi build quality, legendary Xiaomi design with legendary Google stock Android. Okay, so yun na yung ating show for today. That's our big time show for the last day of September. Obviously, it's November now here in the Philippines, but this was the show for September 30, 2017. Wake up, September has ended. It is October the 1st. Thank you very much for watching and being part of the show. Our next show will likely be on October 7. Magdo-donate si Mama. You don't have to, but if you really want to, okay sa akin yan. Ang next show natin malamang is October 7, and most likely we'll be talking about the new Google Pixel XL 2 launching this week. And meron ding mga product launches dito sa Pilipinas that I'm interested in. Hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung mga bago, but I was invited to a few events. So we'll see kung anong mga bagong produkto pag-uusapan next week. Alright? Sa mga nanonood, si Kuya MacMac, si Norms, and everybody na nandun kanina, sila Kahit sila Genji Choi, nakita ko kanina eh. Farmer Sanchez. And everybody, kahit yung mga international viewers na nagpakita. Oktoberfest na. Oktoberfest! Alright mga kuya, thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next time. Yay! Ikot tayo. Ah! Ang advantages ng wireless headset at roly-poly upuan. Buhay na buhay pa rin ang upuan ko, thank God. ESGS. Ang ano niyan, yung si ESGS kasabay si ROG Masters. Anyway, we'll talk about that soon. I wanna sign off na para next time na natin pag-usapan. Alright, bye-bye. Ang maganda niyan, tingnan natin kung ano mabibili kong laptop. Kung bibili talaga ako ng laptop. See ya!